Tonight on Bands Reunited. A flock of seagulls soared to stardom in the early 80s with 2 smash albums in 2 years. But with 2 brooding brothers fighting non-stop.
We always argue. Right. We do now, we did then.
You don't fist fight, right?
Oh, we have.
Oh, you have?
And a teenage guitar whiz who had a nervous breakdown.
Would you like to take part in it?
You know, I don't want to have another nervous breakdown.
The Seagulls' flight to fame was soon over.
Hi, I was looking for Ali's score.
Now we're going to try to bring them back together again to perform one last time.
I just really don't see it happening.
A flock of seagulls, a flock of problems.
I need to see a psychiatrist. Reynolds needs to go to AA. Mick needs some counseling with his ego.
What the hell do I want to play with you guys again for?
In 1980, hair salon owner Mike Score enlisted his brother Ali to create the new wave sensation, A Flock of Seagulls. Only 1 year later, their single hit the British charts, followed soon after by their global mega hit. But the high-flying lifestyle took its toll, and young guitarist Paul Reynolds crashed.
He was suffering a lot, so I really felt for him.
And the Score brothers' endless feuding led Ali to toss his drumsticks and walk.
I just up and quit, basically. I made my mind up, and I was gone.
It's been 2 long decades since Paul Reynolds, Frank Maudsley, and brothers Mike and Ali Score have performed together. Will I be able to bridge a sea of trouble between 2 brothers and reunite the flock for one final performance in London, England?
I have my work cut out for me.
My first stop is to convince founder and lead singer Mike Score to do this reunion. Mike was easy to locate since he currently tours with new band members under the name of Flock of Seagulls. These days, he doesn't play to an audience of thousands in big arenas, but to small clubs like this one in Tampa, Florida. They have a gig tonight. My plan is to hide out and case this joint until I spot the tour bus.
Once that van pulls in, on Eddie's word, we'll go.
They're just around the corner.
Let's go!
Go, go, go!
Let's hope Mike's willing to drop his new band for his old one, if just for one night.
I was looking for Mike Score. There you are. How are you, Mike? Hi, my name's Amir from VH1.
How you doing?
Pleasure to meet you, sir. I am a huge fan of yours. Cool. My mission is to go and find the original members of A Flock of Seagulls and ask them if they're willing to reunite for a one-night-only gig in your native England. How does that sound? Would you be into that?
Probably not.
No? Oh, why, Mike?
Because I'm happy with the band as it is now. I don't really see a way right now to go and do it, to tell you the truth. I just
Really?
don't see it. I don't miss it.
You're right.
I don't miss those guys.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, me and my brother have a bit of a strained relationship, but
Oh, I see.
know.
Would you be open to reuniting with them, just spending some time in the same room?
yeah, I don't mind talking to them, but I also know a couple of situations, and that's part of the things that won't put it right, you know.
In terms of
In terms of Paul and stuff like that, you know.
situations like he doesn't want to see you guys?
I don't know whether he could do it, to tell you the truth.
Actually meet with you? Just to
No,
meet
I
with
mean,
you?
I don't know whether he could get it together.
Really? If we worked it out logistically?
It's not a schedule thing, it's a mental thing.
But, I mean, it would be cool for us to have the 4 members in the same room, at least to sort of, you know, chat about the good old days and whatnot. So,
We can do that.
Could you?
Yeah, but I don't know whether it'll go any further.
All right, well, we'll see, Mike Score. We will see. At least we have this.
There you go.
He's on board so far. It's a pleasure to
Halfway.
meet you. Halfway,
All right, cheers.
halfway. All right.
We convinced Mike to sit down for a candid conversation. I wanted to learn about the Flock's heyday and find out why he's so hesitant to play with his former bandmates. What made the song I Ran so special?
Everyone thinks it's a great song, and to me it's just another one of my songs, you know. If it carries on making money for me, great. People can love it for as long as they want.
What also caught the attention of a lot of people was the video.
Put us in everybody's living room.
Yeah.
And if you're in somebody's living room, they're going to take notice of you, especially America at the time. I don't think it ever seen anything like us.
What's your relationship now with Ali? Do you guys call each other, email, or?
Well, you know, it's soured through the band days and stuff, and it's not that good. It's just brotherhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My brother Ali is not a songwriter.
Right.
I am,
Right.
but I don't think at the time he realized that. Like, if you go see A Flock of Seagulls, who do you go see? My brother? No, you go see the hairdo, which is me, you know,
Right.
the voice.
Has he
you know.
acknowledged that either directly or through your mom or through anybody else?
I think kind of indirectly, you know, through my mom a little bit.
And I guess your poor mom has to intervene as well and try to get the
She
two of you.
tries.
Yeah?
Yeah, she said to me, why don't you let him back in the band? I go, because he doesn't ask to come back in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he's never said nothing to me. My mom says he'd love to be in the band, and I'm like, yeah, but I have a great band now, you know?
Yeah. When Paul decided to leave, or when he left the band, I should say, did you see that as the sign, or a sign that the wheels were starting to come off a bit?
Oh, no, the wheels were well gone by then.
Really?
Really. The whole thing was cracking internally. I think just the fact that we were so big held it together for so long. I think it would have gone a lot earlier than that.
Right.
If we hadn't had tours to do and stuff, you know. Paul went on a different track completely to what I thought we should. And thinking of myself as the main writer and stuff, I wasn't going to be deviated in any way from where I wanted to go, you know. And one of the problems with the band was instead of internalizing, we all kind of externalized. We went to people outside the band, and all that does is pull you apart.
Sure.
You know, and eventually they pull you apart and it just falls apart. So yeah, I just went, well, whatever, I'm going, and I'm taking the name. So I went, you know.
Everyone didn't have equal share in the name?
No, it's my name, I thought of it, you know.
Right.
That's what I say, I was probably big-headed and very selfish at the time, and I was moving in my direction, which had to be the right one, you know what I
Right.
mean? And a few years after that, I looked back at it and I kind of went, well, maybe I could have tried harder, but it's too late. We'll do the meeting and see what happens. you know.
Okay. Well, that's all I can ask for.
Right.
Well, thank you very much
All
for
right.
your time.
Thank
for
you very
signing on
much.
board. I look forward to seeing you in
Good
the
result.
UK. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One big question mark, but skeptic lead singer Mike Score is open to at least seeing his old bandmates again. Coming up next, has time healed the Score brothers' wounds?
I'd made my mind up and I was gone.
And then we just didn't see each other again.
I don't think he's forgiven me for that.
And later on Bands Reunited, the fall of the Flock's boy genius.
He was suffering a lot.
Mike Score isn't so sure about getting back together with his former bandmates, especially his older brother, drummer Ali Score.
Me and my brother have a bit of a strained relationship.
We have to get Ali to reconcile with his little brother and do this reunion. I find him in North Carolina at a plastics factory where he works in quality control.
All right, let's go inside. Looking for Ali Score? Is Ali Score around here? Ali Score? Is he around here?
Yeah.
We're from VH1. We're from VH1. Can you
Really?
Yeah, where is he? Is he around here? Ali Score from Flock of Seagulls? Hi, my name's Amir from VH1. All right, sorry to bother you. I see that you're in the middle of a meeting right now. I am. I had a quick question for you. You haven't changed much. That's great.
No, not really.
There you go. There you go. Our mission is to try to get you back together with these guys for a one-night-only reunion.
Really?
So the question I have for you, Mr. Score, are you up for it? Would you like to participate?
I may be.
Oh, really?
I'm not saying you can never say no.
Yeah, but you can also say yes.
I could say maybe.
Yeah? what doubts do you have? Why would you not want to?
Been a long time.
Yeah?
That's all.
I'm trying to make this happen. I got a venue booked over in the UK, so you may need to get some time off from work.
Charlie, my boss, who also needs to be in on this.
Oh, hi, Charlie. So would it be all right with you if Ali took some time to...
Absolutely.
Oh, that's great. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it.
About 3 months might be nice, Charlie. How can I refuse? If everybody else accepts, how could I refuse?
Welcome aboard.
When the whole crew walked in that room today, and I was pretty surprised. Let's face it. You know, I was dumbfounded.
Tell me about what you do here at Plastic Ingenuity.
Well, at Plastic Ingenuity, I'm in charge of quality control, or quality assurance as we call it now.
Do you ever say to yourself, I wish it was like the old days? Or...
No, I'm satisfied with what I've done. I mean, I think for 4 people that came from the grassroots of Liverpool, we came a long way, and I'm happy to have that legacy.
Did you expect it to catch on as quickly as it did? And oh, you did?
Oh yeah. We were always fully confident that we were going to go where we were going to go.
Some bands take 20 years to get to the top. We started at the top. We were right at the very front end of the new wave thing.
Yeah, it's great. Well, it's great, but not so great when it's coming apart at the seams a little bit,
Egos got a little too big, you think?
Sometimes, yeah. When we started having a little bit of internal strife, at the point I was ready to call it a day.
You decided that was it. How did you tell the band that you were done?
I think I just walked out. Mike and I were arguing. I mean, we're brothers, we always argue. I was just dissatisfied with what was going on. It was a very stressful period for all of us. None of us were enjoying it at that point. So I just put my sticks down, said I'll get my stuff tomorrow. That was it, basically.
My brother left the band, and then we just didn't see each other again.
The only reason I think that we don't talk that much is the fact that I just up and quit. I'd made my mind up, and I was gone.
Did he try to call you back to the band?
I don't remember him trying to call me back, but I think he was expecting me to go back.
Oh, okay.
We both had the pride. It's like, well, I'm not asking him, and he's not asking me, so it's like...
Yeah.
It's funny how life turns out.
We just let it fall apart in a lot of ways, and that's to our shame, I guess, that we did that,
But have you resolved that stuff, or sort of?
Not really. I don't think so. No, it's just like I said, we drifted apart.
Ali went off and did what he did. I went off and did what I did. Frank went off. Paul had already gone.
Was Paul the first person to leave?
Yeah, Paul was the first person to leave. Yeah.
What prompted that decision?
Basically, he wasn't very well. He wasn't enjoying himself. He wasn't playing his part on stage, and he just got sick. Basically, he got sick.
Like physically ill?
Physically and mentally ill. But he was suffering a lot. So I really felt for him. And
of course, yeah. And when was the last time you saw Frank?
Frank and I stayed in touch.
What's he doing now?
He bought this huge place in France, and he's doing some guest house or bed and breakfast, something like that.
So I've got to go to France?
You've got to go to France if you want to get Frank.
Brilliant. Welcome aboard.
Okay.
Thank you.
The brother with the backbeat has agreed to pick up his sticks and play for his fans. Ali Score is good to go. Getting bassist Frank Maudsley won't be easy. It's over 4,400 miles to Toulouse in the south of France. We have to catch the next flight over the Atlantic, then take a 5-hour train ride heading south. Then we take a 2-hour drive to Frank's new chateau, which he's turning into a bed and breakfast. I hope he has room for us when we get there. If we get there.
We are just outside of Toulouse in the south of France to get Frank Maudsley, the bass player for A Flock of Seagulls.
We need to be on board this week.
Okay.
All right, guys, ready.
This is not a gate, it's not a door at all. There's a gate. This can't be the front entrance.
Is that it?
That wasn't his house.
I just hope Frank is willing to leave his chateau and come to our reunion.
I'm afraid of running into dogs.
It's open.
Hello, I was looking for Frank Maudsley, please. That's you? Yay! Nice to meet you. I've been sent by the fans of A Flock of Seagulls to find the various members, wherever they may be, and invite them to a one-off, one-night-only reunion.
Let's go.
Yeah! All right! You're in? That's great. That's wonderful. We want to reunite you with your bandmates, but we also want you to participate in a one-night-only performance as well. You're up for that?
Sure.
Oh, that's cool. All right. I just need your autograph to seal the deal.
Very nice.
He's in, ladies and gentlemen. Merci beaucoup.
Merci.
Frank was always the joker of the band.
Lunatic.
Daddy needs more medication. He came to Toulouse, right?
Nothing to lose.
With nothing to lose. except your mind. And you clearly haven't.
Oh, no, I'm fine. I try to keep my head together. I've got 5 children to look after. I've got my wife. I've got a beautiful home. And I just go every day, think 3 things. Positive, positive, positive.
Wow.
And it all goes wrong.
Tell me about the dynamic within the band. What was it like?
I was basically the animated clown in the band. You know, I have a laugh. I'd make fun of it. I'd make light of it.
I just had to ask about the flock's most famous hairdo.
There's a classic case. We were doing a gig, and Mick was doing all his hair, and he was doing all brass cut. He had all his long hair, doing all his hair, he's brushing it all down. We were both hairdressers then, because Mick said, "Yeah, Frank, just cut hair, and that's how you're going to learn to be a hairdresser." And his hair was standing up on end like that, and we were having an argument, and I went, "Yeah, great, Mick."
I was trying to do a Ziggy Stardust, basically. I was trying to get the whole thing to stand up, and we did have a show, and Frank just came up, and he was trying to get in the mirror too, and he just put his hand on my head and squashed it flat, which left the side standing up.
And I just went like that, boof. And it just, this big seagull thing appeared.
Wow.
A flock of seagulls, and it just stuck. It went, wow, look at that. And that was it. That was the haircut. It was born. I used to say Ali and Mike were like the ego sisters. The ego sisters.
The ego?
The ego sisters. You know, like the brothers, and you know, the way brothers go on, the family go on. Well, I was kind of apart from that. I think it was just like kind of, you know, sibling rivalry. You know, and your feet stink more than mine, and my hair's better. Just, you know, that brotherly bull.
Tell me about Reynolds' decision to leave the band.
Paul Reynolds was like 14, 15 years of age. And I said, well, come and have a gig with us, come and have a jam with us, you know, get down, come and have a jam. He was only a little kid. Paul, just forget about you. Show me what you do. That's all. The only thing I want. I don't care how you dress, how you look, where you come from. Just do what you do. And he came up, bang, it was brilliant. Paul was just a little star, a little starless. We were on the road for like 4 years. We were non-stop. We were bang at it non-stop. I mean, you don't get success like that quick. We were non-stop at it. It just went, it was relentless. You know, drugs, sex, rock and roll. It was there on a plate, 24/7. And for such a young person, it must have been mind-warping. It was like a mind warp.
Thanks again.
It's been a pleasure. It really has been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
It's not a reunion without the resident clown, and we have him. Frank Maudsley's in the house. Coming up next, the gifted guitarist relives his tragic collapse.
I'd already had a bit of a nervous breakdown.
Drugs, sex, rock and roll. And for such a young person, it's like a mind warp.
I just couldn't function as a human being.
Will painful teenage memories stop Paul Reynolds from signing on for the Flock reunion?
Rewriting the members.
Yeah.
And can the battling brothers settle their 20-year score? We almost have all the original members of A Flock of Seagulls. We have the Score brothers and bassist Frank Maudsley. Now we just need guitarist Paul Reynolds. So our last stop is Liverpool, England, where it all began for A Flock of Seagulls. We told Paul we wanted to meet him at the world-famous Cavern Club to talk about bands from the 80s. He has no idea we want him to get back together with the same bandmates he left almost 20 years ago.
Hey, Paul Reynolds, how are you, man? Nice to meet you. It's been great listening to your stuff over the years. The Flock of Seagulls sound set the tone for the decade. I mean,
I think so.
Oh, absolutely.
Something that was just natural to me, so I couldn't have played guitar any different.
Paul's a brilliant, excellent guitarist. He's such a brilliant musician that I don't think he actually knows the talent that he's got.
Paul decides to take me to Mike's old hair salon, where A Flock of Seagulls first took flight.
The hairdressing supported the band.
And Frank worked in there too, right?
Yeah. The top one was where we used to rehearse, and that's where the hairdressers was.
The success of the band allowed you to sort of get out of Liverpool.
Yeah. America was fantastic, I have to say. I wanted to live in New York, and then, I mean, shortly before the band split up, it wasn't right for me, and I had to go and get my head together.
What happened?
I'd already had a bit of a nervous breakdown.
What prompted the nervous breakdown?
Gigging every night of the week. And when you weren't gigging, you were travelling.
We did actually 157 gigs back to back.
You know, we'd party as much as the next group. as any other band would after the show. You know, that's your release time. And but after a few months of doing that solid every night of the week, it takes a toll on everyone. You know.
Did the band think it was related to drugs or alcohol?
Yeah, I mean, people will always make assumptions like that just because of the nature of the industry that you're in.
Right.
But I can say on camera that it wasn't. So it was definitely exhaustion, physical and mental exhaustion. You know. I mean, I don't regret leaving the band at all. You know, it was the right decision for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here talking to you now. I know that for a fact.
He was suffering a lot, so you know, I really felt for him, and you know, but you know, you can't blame him for that.
I'm sorry for him. You know.
We lost a bit of momentum. But if that was my fault, then I apologise. But in hindsight, looking back now, maybe, you know, if we had kept going, we probably would have been the biggest band in the world.
Tell me about the relationship between the Score brothers.
I think it's just like, I mean, it's like any brothers in any group. I mean, they fought like cat and dog. I mean, Ali was not too fond of the fact that he was constantly told by Mick what to do or what drum beat to play. No one likes to be told what to do, really.
Right.
Right down to the exact beat or the exact tempo. In fact, if anything, it made Ali play better. You know, he'd just hit his kit 10 times harder. He'd snap more sticks. You know, he'd snap more drum skins. Could you imagine it was Mick's head that he was hitting? You know.
What's it like working with your brother?
Keeps throwing sticks at me.
And Mick still got his keyboards turned up to 11, you know. He always wants to be the loudest on stage. You know.
Also been given the assignment
Really?
of putting the bands back together again, of reuniting them.
Reuniting the members.
Yeah.
If you just get us in the same room and have a big punch-up. Oh, I'd love to. Man.
Yeah. Well, we'll also have some instruments, so if you want to play, you guys can play, and then if things go well, we'll actually put you on stage in front of your fans.
If the rest of the guys are for sure, yeah. I'm game for it, no problem at all.
Really?
Yeah, no problem at all.
That's awesome. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I would like to ask you for your autograph. Renault is in. There you go.
Reynolds in the building. Look at those glasses. What was I thinking of?
Everyone's in for the reunion, but we still need Frank, Ali, and Paul to convince reluctant lead singer Mike to get on stage with them once again. Coming up next, the Score brothers reunite, and the silence is deafening. And later, can the flock shake 20 years of dust off their wings?
The thing that makes me most nervous is perhaps, can you still do it?
First time I played electric guitar in over 8 years.
While I take a look around London, why don't you take a look around our website, vh1.com, to find out all you need to know about bands reunited. Finding the original members of A Flock of Seagulls wasn't easy. 4 guys, 3 countries, all for just one reunion. Now let's find out if it was worth it. Hello, Mike. How are you, sir?
How you doing?
Good to see you here in London.
Yes. I'm just kind of like wondering what it's going to be like. To me, everyone again all at one go is going to be a bit of a shock.
Right.
You know.
I'll leave you with your thoughts as you take that walk down the hall.
I try not to think about it because it will either be good or not. You know, it's like a blind date almost. The first 5 minutes, I think, we'll know instantly how it's all going to be.
Lock up your daughters. Ali Score's back in town.
Back in town.
How are you, sir?
Right,
Very good to see you. There are some nerves.
Oh yeah, a little bit nerves.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mike, I saw about 5 years ago, I think, something like that. So it's been a while. We just haven't bothered. Well then.
Hey, kid.
What's going on?
Just gotta get some damn sounds going, I guess. Seeing as I brought my stuff, but it doesn't work on the keyboard.
Uh-oh.
So, ready to pound some skins out?
I'm ready.
Better get up there and check them puppies out.
That's what we'll do. Allowed to make noise?
Yeah, go ahead. You never used to ask. You should start.
Okay. Ready?
I was gonna say it sounds better than it used to.
All right.
From the south of France to somewhere in London. Let me ask you what you were thinking today.
What are they going to be like? What are they going to say? How have they changed? You know, You know, I changed. When I was asked to come along without any notice, it did come a bit as a shock to me. And it did also come as a shock to me that the rest of the members of the group agreed to do this. So let's go along with it and have some fun. It's Liv. With Bunsen. With Reynolds.
It looks like Livorno.
Ali's all right, mate.
All right.
You look great. I thought you'd all be fat and old and everything.
No, old.
Scorey, nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. Good lad. Where's Reynolds? He was always late, wasn't he? Wasn't he always late?
Reno! Paul Reynolds, how are you, sir?
Hey, you, sir.
All right to call you Reno? We're pals now. How are you feeling this morning when you got up and thought about what was ahead of you?
Yeah, a little bit nervous.
I think he'll be able to play. I think he's a natural player. It may just be locked up inside him. It may just need releasing.
Today, I was feeling a bit nervous, you know. Haven't seen him in a long time.
It's Reno.
What's all this then?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
What's this? Really quarter past 9. What you mean? What you mean? You're great, man. You're great. My God. Where do you think? What's it got to do with you? Where have you been? What's it got to do with you? I've been waiting. Yeah. Sit down there. No, maybe not.
The Fab Four from Liverpool. Nice to see you.
The real Fab.
The real How's it feel to be back in the same room together?
It's all right.
Great.
Yeah, feels good. I mean, we just sort of dropped back into the same humorous things that we always used to do. You know? It's like we never went away.
Yeah.
You guys hit it just as video and music television, the videos and music television were sort of coming to the forefront. What was it like making videos, especially the famous I Ran?
The fabulous video. Wasn't an awful video.
I just remember Jive coming up to us and they were like, it was the morning, wasn't it? They said, you're going to make a video this afternoon.
Sure.
Go shopping, and we went out and bought girls' clothes.
Yeah.
Just put them on, and we got back and they had a room about as big as this with some stuff in, and they're like, go in there and do it. And an hour later, we're like,
It's over tinfoil in minutes.
yeah.
It was interesting to hear your different versions of what happened back then. You were like, oh, I quit. And some of you were like, oh, we kicked him out. So
No, we quit. Well, and we kicked him out as well.
okay.
He said, I quit. Like,
You can't fire me, I quit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was mentally and physically exhausted. This is the way I remember it. And if I hadn't left when I did, I wouldn't be here now. I know that much. You know, that's the way I saw it.
And eventually, you also decided to move on, right? You put the sticks down and walked away?
Yep, not just rock and roll.
Well, no, it isn't. It goes deeper than that. Between the two of you, the fact that you hadn't seen each other prior to this day for years, is there more to it than that?
No, not really. I mean, I think when the band started, we were pretty close. Just, you know, Mick went one way and I went another way, you know. And we just, you know, I said, well, keeping the band going, great, you know, good for him.
It's like you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. You know.
Oh, hell.
And
These two were the glass half full and the glass half empty. That was the problem with them.
well, you're saying that there's nothing to it. It's just sibling, and then you know.
He doesn't
I
know
come
anything.
cutting on the.
You know.
Sharp one.
See, they're off on it now. Look, no. Watch yourselves.
It's been almost 20 years, and I think if that isn't a gap that can fix things between us that went wrong, I don't know what is.
You have some work to do, some songs to work out, and then a performance, and I'm really looking forward to that. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to this room.
Pleasure.
First time I played electric guitar in over 8 years.
I remember how it was when we first ever played together, and and there was a spark there, and I wonder whether any of that will be there or it will be so far gone that it won't matter. Programming the sound. Yeah. I brought my discs. My discs don't work in this version.
If he's trying to get a sound and find sounds that are akin to the sounds that we established those times ago. And Ali's building the shed. I'm over here going to dig it away. You know, when Paul's trying to get his echo.
To listen and pay attention, man.
We all know the songs. We just need to get the cues and get it tight again.
Things that would come naturally, just, you know, sort of, oh, where is that thing? You know, and it's like, so, you know, you tend to kerfuffle a couple of things, whereas in the past it would just be second nature.
Where are you, man?
I think now that we just played that little bit around, I think there's still, you know, I can see whatever made us a band is still there.
Feels like I'm back home. That's the way I see it now. In my own head, it feels right.
Coming up next. After just one rusty rehearsal, are the Seagulls ready to take flight?
It's almost so stressful that you can't think about it.
Where's Reynolds? There's no room for jitters. The flock must rock.
A flock of seagulls!
They rocked, they rolled, and they rehearsed again for the first time in over 20 years. But can a flock of seagulls fly again for their fans?
It's actually almost so stressful that you can't think about it. You've just got to step up there and just trying to ignore everything except just do my part the best I can and hope the whole thing just locks together.
It's going to be great. It's going to be electric. It's going to be fiery. It's going to be hot. It's going to be pumping out. It's going to be great.
Where's Reynolds?
He's on his way. He's on his way to the pub.
It's like going on stage. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. I'm getting nervous already, which is a good sign.
We're going to go out there and enjoy ourselves. And the memories are going to be good. Because this is the reincarnation of the very first lineup. The lineup that put Flock of Seagulls where they were. You can't get a more powerful, positive message than that to yourself, you know. This is who did it, and we're still doing it.
I saw them in 1982 at the Royal Court in Liverpool. It was quite exciting then, but I feel more excited tonight about it.
A flock of seagulls. They hugged, they cried, they laughed, and tonight, here in London, they'll play.
I'm excited. I'm nervous.
In the making. They said it couldn't be done. They said you could not find the members of a flock of seagulls. You could not reunite them. That was my mission. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, mission accomplished! Tonight, a flock of seagulls is a... Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor, my privilege to welcome a flock of seagulls!
out and you see the crowd dancing to the beat that you're laying down. It gives you a definite power trip. You know, it's like, yeah, I can hear that bass drum there. They can feel it. You know, and what can you say? What more could you want?
Get away.
It was almost like we just played last week and had a week off and came back and played again. 20-year weekend.
I think they would really wish they'd never split up, you know. This is marvellous, getting them together again. Especially my two sons, you know, who don't actually see much of each other.
Flock of Seagulls, absolutely fantastic. I'll be back from London, love it. I'll be following. Yes, wicked.
Show was brilliant.
That show was incredible.
It was fantastic, and I've got the drumsticks.
This thing works. You know, you put these four people together, and something clicks. And which is, I always think that is why it was a great band, because it clicked.
You know, we've had a lot of hardships, but we always fought through it, and that was the strength of our original lineup. You know, we were there for each other, and that was the sad part when it all came apart, because we lost that spark. But today, hey, it was back.
Mike asked me to get the band back together. I would do it tomorrow. It's great, it's fantastic.
To be back together, it felt absolutely fantastic. Absolutely, a dream come true. A dream come true. It was awesome. There's no other words to describe. I'm going to start crying. Absolutely awesome.
Well, it's done, it's over, it's great. In another 20 years, call us back. We might still be around.
There he is. I'm afraid of running into dogs. You haven't changed much. That's great.
No, not really.
There you go. Are you up for a one-night-only reunion in your native England?
To get us in the same room, you mean? And have a big punch-up?
Probably not.
No? So you may need to get some time off from work?
Absolutely.
About 3 months might be nice, Charlie.
That's a microphone, and it's got a big fluffy thing on it. See, it's like this, look. See? See, it's like a big ear.
I just need your autograph to seal the deal.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur, mesdames.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci.